Coach, how excited are you for the season?
I'm excited. I'm excited. A lot of new faces. I'm excited just to see how we're going to perform. We've been at it for about a month. We're ready to go.
How's the offseason? What are you liking from the team so far?
We're athletic. We can hit. We defend. Our pitching will be improved. So there's a lot to be excited about.
You mentioned on Tech Talk Live the other day about the versatility with lefties in the lineup. As an opponent, when you're scouting Virginia Tech, how much more complicated does that make that? Then you have to prepare for lefties too, and all types of different pitches and stuff.
Sure, you can't just sit on one pitch for us this year. It's one thing we faced against a couple other teams that had more arms last year was we didn't know who to prepare for, and so you set up practices based on the pitching you're going to face. And last year, other teams knew what they're going to face, so it's just another dimension for our program to have more options for us.
Are there any players that you think took a big leap in the offseason and really took that extra step that are going to shine this year that didn't really last year?
I think everybody's improved. I think one that sticks out is Lindsay Grind. She's throwing well right now. Emma's throwing better than she was last year. Position players, like I said, everybody's, I think, improved. Rachel Castine has taken a step ahead. But yeah, those three stick out off the top of my head.
What are you liking from the transfers you have on your roster now?
They got experience, and they can play, So it's not like they're coming in here. Cassie had 20 innings last year, but she pitched in the ACC, and Corey has had 300 at-bats in her career. So there's experience, but there's also talent with them, so they can both play.
Hey, Coach, first of all, new season for you. When you go into each season, what do you look for? What is the expectation overall when you go into a new season?
Well, I think every team is different. Every coach in every sport will tell you that. And so looking this year, I think we're more athletic than last year. Are we going to hit 100 home runs? I don't know. We have the potential to, but we can run. So maybe we run a little bit more. But then you go to the pitching side, and it's, like I said, there's more options here. So just figuring out the first 3 weeks of the dynamics of our team prepare us for conference.
Going back to Cassie and Corey, what did you see from them last year that made you want to bring them on?
Well, with Corey, when we played Radford last year, and we played him in the fall. No, we played him last year, and just her physicality is just she looks the part. And left-handed hitter. I think she was a top 25 freshman of the year, her freshman year, and swings the bat and hit a homer off us. So, it was funny. I was sitting on third base and coaching against them last year, and I was like, that kid's pretty good. So. She's got 5 tools. She can do everything on the softball field. Cassie, I knew about her in high school. It just wasn't the right time as far as how many kids we had on our staff. So she was talented in high school, and when she came on the market, you see 65 left-handed and a good changeup. It's pretty hard to pass that up.
That group of seniors has been with you for a while now. How have you seen them continue to grow as they enter in this final stretch?
I think the biggest part is a continuation of getting better. All 3 of them have improved this year, and it doesn't happen all the time with seniors. I mean, sometimes they go into senior year and it's the same old, but it's not with them. They're hungry, and I think the biggest thing with them has been the leadership aspect. We had such a strong leadership core last year that their voices were a little bit under the radar, and this year they've really stepped up in that aspect.
You've got Jamie Bailey and Madison Hansen on staff. How big is that, having experienced players now on your staff?
It's a big deal because those kids have been here and they know what's expected, and they have instant credibility because of their playing days. And so, if there's something that kids don't want to ask us, the coaches, then they're more apt to ask them. So it helps in that way too.
How's the addition of Coach Johnson to the staff, and how's it helped the team get better?
Well, Josh is he's an upper level thinker. I mean, he's getting his PhD in either biomechanics or something over my head. But the thing with him is he's well versed in all aspects of softball, and so he played on the men's national team as a pitcher and a hitter. So in the bullpen, he's structured. He's in personal development. Everything's detailed for how the pitchers. It's not just here's a plan for all of you. It's detailed for all of them, and so just him being around, he's implemented a throwing program for all position players. You know, just the knowledge he's brought has elevated our program.
So what level of pick are you?
Just good enough.
What are your goals for the season? What are you shooting for?
World Series and ACC champs. Yeah, we say it one time, and your actions have to exceed those goals every day. And so that's the thing with saying those goals is you can say them all you want. They're easy to say, but they're hard to implement. And so when you come in here today for practice, are you giving the effort to get to where your goals want to be?
How neat is it to see the growth of this conference as far as softball is concerned?
It's exciting. You know, it's elevated everybody's program's been elevated since I've been here, and so you can't stay the same. You know, I'm not coaching the same way I did 5 years ago. I can't, and we're not recruiting at the same level we did 5 years ago because we can't. So you go on the field, and every game is hard now, and it'll battle test you for regionals, and so yeah, it's exciting, but it's also keeps me up at night.
Is there anybody on the schedule that you've had circled on your calendar that you've been most excited to play for?
No, not really. I mean, we go into every game preparing the same, you know, so we're just trying to go one game at a time. Sorry to be coach speak, I don't like to do that, but you know, personally, of course you have people that you want to beat, but I don't tell the kids that.
Those first few weekends, Auburn, going to Arizona, what do you think those kind of tests will help prepare you for ACC?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go face good pitching right away, and so and that's the challenge when you schedule hard early in the season is you're facing really good teams, and so you could start 2 for 20 and get 3 wins, but is that 2 for 20 kid that went 2 for 20? Are they in a slump and they feeling bad about themselves? So the challenge for us is play as a team, win games, and don't worry about the stats because that we're just preparing for the long run.
Coach Ritter and Fagan and Breen are all 3 in your top 10 all-time slugging percent VT. Can you just talk about what they've meant to the program? How happy you had to have them for 4 years?
Yeah, I mean they've gotten better every year they've been here, and so I never have problems with them off the field. They always listen to what I say, even if it's dumb. But the thing is, I mean, we have the ability to see just offensively swings from their first day here to now, and you see the progress that they've made. They're not the same kids, so they look at the video and they're like, "That's not me." And yeah, it is, you know, and it just shows, and I can show recruits that when you come here, this is what you look like now, and this is what you're going to look like in 4 years or next year. And we have a freshman right now. We looked at her film from August, and she doesn't look like the same player anymore. And so that's a testament to those 3 kids because they have stuck with it and they've gotten better. You know, you come here, you're going to get developed.
What freshmen are you excited to have on your roster?
All of them. And I kind of said this the other night. I don't want to heap any expectations on the freshmen. They all came in with great accolades. They haven't played a game yet, so but all of them look. They're doing what they need to do in practice, and when the lights come on, we'll see.
What's impressed you about the steps Emma took in the offseason?
I think the one thing is her velocity's back. You know, she got a lot of innings heaped on her last year, and you saw that at regionals. You know, she's throwing 62, and she's usually 68, 70. And so her velocity's back. Her spin has always been tight. Developed a couple new pitches that people don't know about yet, so that'll be exciting to see. And that goes back to you prepare for Emma last year. You're looking at rise ball, and that's it. You know, and so when you know you have one pitch as an offensive coach, you're preparing for that pitch, and it doesn't matter anymore if it's 62 or it's 70. If you have one pitch, good offense, you're going to catch up to it. So she's developed more pitches, and it's going to make her better.
Overall, where does improvement have to come from in order to go back to being a team that just gets through into the regional or wins it?
I just think it all comes down to pitching. I mean, this game is everybody wants to see the offense, but if you don't have pitching, you're not going to win. And so I think last year our pitching wasn't as good as they thought they could be, and it's better this year. So it all comes down to the circle.
How much has you mentioned Coach Johnson a little bit, how much has he helped elevate a player like Emma and some of those newcomers to kind of give you some more versatility there?
Yeah, I mean, he's detailed. You know, he comes in and he says, this is your rise spin, this is your drop spin, this is your change spin, this is how hard you're throwing. This is where we have to attack hitters. I mean, just from a scouting perspective, he's elevated that aspect too. So, like I said, every pitcher has gotten better since they've been here since the fall.
How is that power hitting philosophy from last year going to carry over with the roster you fielded this year?
We'll see. You know, we didn't go into the season last year thinking 100 home runs. We never think home runs. We think swing the bat hard and hit line drives, and home runs take care of themselves. So, you know, yesterday we scrimmaged against our pitchers and we hit the ball really hard, and a lot of balls were on the ground, which I'm not opposed to. They were singles, but you know, if that's the case and we can't get the ball in the air, we're going to run more. I mean, we'll figure that out the first 3 weeks.
Coach, a lot of different faces, personalities obviously coming in. What would you say the change has been and maybe dynamic with the girls, culture, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I don't know that the culture's changed, you know, and that's a testament to what we've done here the last 6 years. And so I said it coming into the season was the biggest challenge was 12 newcomers and 12 returners. And you can't have a divide with those two groups. And so the first couple of weeks in the fall, we really hammered home just this is the way we do things here. I'm not trying to take away individuality or any of that stuff, but there's certain aspects of how you play here. And it was an adjustment for some the first week or two, and I think the culture here is as good as we've ever had it, so there's no issues on that.